Alright, part 3 is now in session, where we last left off with Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS. And I think now I'm going to show you my Switch collection. And before we do that, there is one Wii game I forgot to show, and that is Mario Super Sluggers. Yep. This is like the sequel to the Mario Superstar Baseball for GameCube, which I don't have, but anyways, there's a disc and the manual. Yeah, this is a pretty fun game. I think it's actually, in my opinion, I think it's better than the original Superstar Baseball, but although it looks pretty fun, but I still think this one is better because maybe it's because it has the Mii where you can like play as your Miis. Yeah, much like Mario Kart Wii and so on. Yeah. And you may be wondering why it's kind of darkish looking. That's because it's kind of cloudy in my area. It's like partly cloudy with with barely sunshine. So yeah. But I apologize for that, but yeah. Anyways, we're off topic. So let's now I'm going to showcase all my Nintendo Switch games. Anyways, let's get started. First off, we have Super Mario Maker 2. Yep. This is a pretty good one. A good sequel to the first Mario Maker. I think this is better because unlike the first Super Mario Maker game on the Wii U, you can play as Luigi, which I always liked that. I'm surprised they never did that with the first one. So I think that's the only reason why I think 2 is better than 1. Just my opinion, though. Now, some of my Switch games, like some of the cartridges may not be in these cases because they're in my Switch 2 travel case. Some may have cartridges, but half of them, like especially the Mario ones, are not in here because of they're inside of my Switch 2 travel case. Like the games that I specifically play on my system. Yep. There's the inside for Mario Maker 2. I do like the artwork inside. Looks pretty nice. And of course, there's no cartridge because it's, like I said, some of these games are in my travel case with my Switch 2. So yeah, which I'll show later. Yep, and here's Super Mario Party, which, yep, it's a good, well, this one's okay, just not my favorite Mario Party game, but still okay, I guess. Yep, party anytime, anyway. Yep, there's the cartridge and the inner artwork. Yeah, my only complaint about this one is that you have to like use the Joy-Cons to play. It's like you can't play with the Pro controllers nor the handheld mode with the Joy-Cons intact, which I find kind of annoying, but oh well. So I'm gonna have to say this one's my least favorite out of the Mario Party franchise. Yeah, this one's okay, not my favorite though. And speaking of Mario Party, and I also have Super Mario Party Jamboree, the Switch 2 edition, plus Jamboree TV. Yeah, as you can see, it has my last name written on it. I do have the original version, but that one's elsewhere. Here's the side, the back, party, power up the party on Nintendo Switch 2. Yep. There's the cartridge and the thing for Nintendo Switch Online. And here's Mario Party Tennis Aces for the Switch 1. It says get in the zone. Yeah, this game is also in my case, my travel case too. Speaking of Mario Tennis, I am planning to get Mario Tennis Fever pretty soon, which I don't have it as of yet, but I will soon. And here's Luigi's Mansion 3. This one's a pretty good Luigi's Mansion game. Yeah. Can Luigi brave the haunted hotel? Yep. There's the cart with the inner artwork in there. Yep. And here's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which contains Mario and all the other Nintendo characters. Yep, it says everyone is here, but we're mainly focusing on Mario though, so yeah. And here's Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Yep, discover the power of wonder. Yep, I got this for Christmas back in 2023, along with Sonic Superstars, also on the Switch. Yep, there's the inside with the cartridge and the inner artwork. Oh yeah, there's also the new Switch 2 version upgrade coming. There is a Switch 2 version coming pretty soon, which I'm definitely upgrading to that. And here's Mario Strikers Battle League. What can I say? It's a fun game, but I'm not really good at it though. Neither with the original on the GameCube, on the Switch Online. Yep, Battle Soccer's back. Yep, here's the inside. I do like this artwork in here. It looks pretty cool. Oh yeah. Oh, I thought it was elsewhere, but I was wrong. But here's the original Mario Party Jamboree. Oh well. Yep. Yeah. The cartridge is elsewhere though, so yeah. And here's Mario Party Superstars. Yeah, like I said, some of these may not have cartridges because, well, you know the idea. Because I like to take them on the go. Yep, here's Mario Golf Super Rush. This is actually my favorite Mario game on the Switch, along with Mario Maker 2. Yeah, I just like the mechanics, especially the music. The music is pretty cool, and also play as Mii's in the game. Here's Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Yep. And new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. And yep. And next up and last Switch game that I own is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, the Tokyo 2020. Yep. But we're focusing on Mario though, so yeah. Yeah. Complete in the world's greatest sports party. Yeah. This is pretty fun, but the only downside about this game is that it lacks the playable Miis, which it's kind of a downside, but kind of a big disappointment, but oh well. Still a good game nonetheless. Yep. So that's part 3 part 3 of my Super Mario Media collection. So stay tuned for part 4.